soulmates. It's your girl Alma, and I am here with the fabulous, the amazing, the wonderful Annie Tracy. I'm so excited to be talking to you. How have you been doing?
I'm good. I'm also so excited. This is so fun.
I want to start off strong because we need to put a spotlight on your newest single, Times It by 2. It's amazing, and I want you to gas yourself. Tell me all about it.
Oh my gosh, okay. Times It by 2 is so special to me because obviously it's my first song, and I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe I actually finally have a song coming out. I'm so excited. But Times It by 2 is basically about, how if you have a woman in your life is automatically times by 2. So if you are able to give a woman proper love, your whole entire life everything will just be multiplied and beautiful, and everything will just be better, and times by 2. So that's essentially what the song is about.
When you listen to the lyrics, you just see the intent behind that storyline that you just mentioned. Also the vocals, like, you have such a powerful voice, but you also somehow find a way to make it soft at the same time. It's just, listen, you have to listen to it for yourself, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. It's available on all streaming platforms?
Yes, everywhere.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to spread it, spread the love. If you don't get 1 million streams in a week, I'm gonna be mad because I know I'm gonna be listening to it all day, every day. Artists have so many songs in the vault. They work so hard every single day in the studio. How did you know this song was gonna be your debut?
So it's crazy because I actually had another song that was gonna come out first, so much to the point where I was in LA shooting a video for it. And then the day I was shooting the video, I got a call saying that I was able to get into the studio with D-Mile, which is like my dream producer, like in my top 3. So the next day, got in the studio with him and wrote this song. So then that kind of changed things because I was like, oh my gosh, I love this song so much. And after giving it a lot of thought, like you said, like, I have so many songs in the vault. I've been working for the past over 4 years on music. Like, I have hundreds of music. So the idea of picking what song goes first is so like, where do I even begin? But I knew this one I wanted to be first because it is the song I feel the most connected to out of all my songs. I feel very strongly about the message and how it all happened, and it feels just so like organic and true to me. And like I said, I'm the most passionate about this one at this time because it's so fresh. So I was like, we're gonna do a 180 and we're gonna do this song. That one song will be next or third. It's coming. Obviously, I already shot a video, but this one, my heart is just telling me to go first. And I think that's the beauty of being independent and working with a small team, because you can, make changes like that and go based off of more like feeling and intuition. And so I'm really grateful for my team for being like, okay, sure, let's just switch it and put it out. So yeah.
Awesome. And wow, so you were getting ready to release another song, shooting a whole, wow, okay, period. And honestly, it happens sometimes, and I always tell artists to not release something they're not absolutely in love with, or else it'll really follow them. And it'll also be like a pain to market it or push it if you're not really in love with it. So honestly, shout out to you for knowing how you want your come out to be and being strong enough to speak up, because a lot of artists don't do that. And as you mentioned before, you've been working on this for quite some time, like over 4 years. And when I first met you and first heard you sing, you already knew. I was blown away, and I just knew from the bottom of my heart that you would go off to do bigger and better things, and you did. You did not prove me wrong. And I wanted to know, what are the biggest lessons you've learned as you've grown in this industry?
Oh my gosh. I feel like, what have I not learned is the question. Woo! I could do a whole 50 hours of what I've learned in the past freaking 4 or 5 years of committing to being in the music industry. Like, I knew it was gonna be crazy, but I didn't know how truly difficult this industry is. And I think I grew the most. I mean, you grow in every aspect, right? Like musically, obviously, because if you're working on your craft every day, you're gonna grow on that. But honestly, where I had the most growth would be spiritually and just emotionally. My relationship with God, because we were fighting. We were fighting the past 5 years so I just kept being like, why not now? Why not this year? Why can't I release this? Why can't I release this? And he's like, child, I have a plan and I know what is supposed to happen. So I think that I had to just do a lot of internal growth. I mean, everybody does as an artist. If you're an artist, like, that's what you're supposed to do. Work on yourself, figure out who you are so you can be as authentic as possible when you share your music. And so I try to tell myself that these 5 years where I wasn't releasing and so many people were, and like, I just was like, oh, I wish I could share my heart through music. I wasn't ready. Like, God wasn't ready for me to do it. I was supposed to keep learning. I had stuff that he needed me to understand and put on my heart so I could put it in a song, and I strongly believe that. So I would say the biggest growth has been that internal, emotional and spiritual and relationship with God, for sure.
And I think that's so beautiful that you have such a strong relationship with him. And honestly, for artists, whatever your religion is, whatever your beliefs are, I think having that kind of foundation, not platform, foundation is really important to keep you grounded, because there are so many amazing things in the music industry and so many doors that can be open, but also negative things like, with alcohol and drugs and just getting lost in the sauce basically and forgetting what you had to do to get there. So I think it's a really beautiful thing that you have that incredible foundation and support system. And from when I first met you, I knew you were always really close, like with your mom and like your family. So I really love that. I'm glad that that's still the case with you, and of course I hope that continues to guide you on all the beautiful things that you do. You mentioned that you had growth in yourself internally, but is there an advice that you can give when shaping and building your desired brand and image, both professionally and musically?
I almost don't feel like I'm fully qualified to give advice because I'm still trying to figure this stuff out too. But I will say that in what I have gathered and learned for myself in the past, lot of years of, well, not a lot of years, but 5 for me, that's, for a young person. In a brand form, I just feel like you have to be authentic. I know it sounds like maybe very simple, but I think that's low-key hard for a lot of upcoming people to do sometimes, because I feel like we're in an industry and in a world right now where everyone wants to be everything but themselves. And as lame as it is, when you can really lock into who you are, that is where the magic happens, because I think that people crave authenticity and crave something new. So by doing what this artist's doing, what this person's doing, oh, that was cool, I want to do that. That was cool because that person did it. And chances are that person is authentic and a true artist, and they took a chance on themselves and did that thing. So that's essentially what I'm trying to do, is just F everything else, what is sitting right with my soul and feels right to me, because chances are, if it's authentic to me, we all feel the same things. It's gonna resonate with somebody else. I think that just whatever that thing is, try to figure out, sit with yourself and be like, why am I doing this? Is this because it's me? And really ask yourself the hard questions. Forget all the shit and just ask the hard questions, and the rest will follow. At least that's what I've learned.
Who is Annie Tracy?
She is just a girl who really freaking loves to sing and talk about emotions and dig and figure things out, and her gift is music, so she's just trying to do that through music is what I would say.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but me watching your videos of you teaching T.I. and Tiny's daughter Eris, who's absolutely, without a doubt, the most precious thing I've ever seen in my life, teaching her about music and singing, and seeing her sing, because she could sing. Okay, she has a future in singing. I'm excited for her. It must have been inspiring too to see her look at music through new eyes. And I was just wondering, like, what has it been like teaching her? Like, what are the things you've learned, the things that you're excited for her? Like, how's that experience for you?
Well, I love her like a sister or like a child of my own. Like she's so special, as you can see, and everybody on the internet can see. Like she's so special. The crazy part is everybody, well, it's not crazy, it's, I can see why, but everybody thinks I'm her vocal coach. And technically, I guess I am, but like her mom has just been kind enough to help me through this, navigating the music industry and being an artist. And her mom has helped me so much, and then I ended up becoming best friends with Eris, and now I help her with music, and we're all just helping each other, you know? One of the best things that has been driving me to keep going in the past 4 or 5 years is honestly working with her, and every time I see her, because her pure joy of music and love for singing reminds me why I'm doing this. Because as a kid, I was so similar to her. Like I have videos of me singing like with my eyes closed and doing all this stuff, and she just has a gift of music, right? Like she has an ear. Like I've tested her, she has perfect pitch, she has a gift, and her placement and tone and everything is already just, it's just natural. Some people have it, you know, and she has it. So watching her just shine and get better and better and keep practicing and want to work so hard. She'll like call me on FaceTime and be like, I have this performance at school, I want to work. Like her work ethic, it all just inspires me. You know, it reminds me exactly why I do it. That childhood, that childlike love for music and singing is why we all start. And when I get to see it so clearly, like so often, it's such a blessing, because it just, I'm like, oh my gosh, like everything fades away, and I'm like, okay, this shit's hard, but we're gonna keep going.
Perfect pitch is hard. She has perfect pitch.
Yes, girl.
Fingers crossed it all goes super well. Like I said, I'm excited to see her blossom, to see you blossom. I love that, and I just love music. You're gonna make me emotional. Oh my god. Bringing it back to your single, before we end our interview, I wanted to know if you could give me like a little hint or something. Can we expect any like a visual? Because you mentioned a music video for another song, so I'm like, is she gonna do one for this one? I'm curious.
You know, I had to shoot a video for this one. Actually, I literally shot it like last month in LA on a whim. Found the director of photography the night before. He's unreal. We just ran to the Flower District in LA, not to give too much away, and just had the best time. We handed out flowers to people. We just caught all these beautiful moments on camera, and it went so well that I was like, okay, let's do the second part of the music video. We met up the following week, shot the other part of the video, which has, in my head, what I view the song as. Like some, I won't give it all away, but you know, cute little just little examples of how women times things by 2. I'll just say that, okay? You know, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, it was the best time filming. So I ended up, we did that on a whim. I brought all the footage home. I've been editing it nonstop the past 3 weeks. I've edited the whole video on my own, the music video. And it's coming up this next week. So I'm excited about that. And then I also shot a live performance video of the song. That is a little surprise, okay? So it'll be a live performance video of the song. That's basically what it is. But that was also just came together so special. The same guy who shot the music video. Shout out to Tim Banks and Sam Napod. They're incredible, but they helped me shoot all this content. So all of that's coming. I've been editing it all on my own. Like I said, it's taken me literally a month. So I hope people like it.
Editing in general is not for the weak. So a music video that tells a storyline is so hard. What made you want to edit it yourself? Why didn't you like hire somebody?
Well, partially because, you know, I'm just an independent artist on a budget. But also because, more so honestly, because I could have figured out a way to get some help, but I have these really strong visions in my head, And I just don't want to be annoying to an editor.
No, you and I are the same. I'm the same way. And honestly, God bless and shout out to Charlene, who had Mona's Lounge when I was in school. She's the reason why I even know how to edit any kinds of videos. So it's really helped me now in the present. So I feel you on needing to know how to edit. And again, it's just about being an independent female in the industry. Like, the more you know as a woman, the freaking better, because then you'll never have some man trying to dictate this, that, or the third, because he's like, well, I can do this and you can. No, I could probably do it better than you. But I'm glad that, you know, the videographer went well, that everything went well. It's just God's timing, and it's all falling in place.
Not to get too deep into it, but all these amazing guys that I worked with are such incredible guys. D-Mile, who did the song, Tim Banks and Sam Napod, who helped me do the videos, Tricky Stewart, Mark Stewart, who are helping me put it out. Incredible men, and they're just like feeding all this love into me so properly in an artistic form that it caused me to be able to go out here and times all of my stuff by 2, you know? And literally make all my stuff even better because I have this support. So it just goes to show you, not to wrap it up back into my song, but it's amazing what, you know, you can do, and especially women when they are loved properly is by the people around them.
Now, we have a traditional question at NSR. If you could describe music with one word, what would it be and why?
If I had to describe music in one word, for me, it would be God. Because I feel the closest to God when I'm singing and when I'm performing, and I think God is love, and I just feel it when I'm singing, and essentially what we're all singing about is love. So it doesn't have to be a gospel song or any of that. Like, it's just, for me, it's a spiritual like experience singing, because it's when I feel the closest to Him. So yeah, I would say music is God.